Hi there. I'm Brian Arbogast. I'm the director of the Water, Sanitation, and Hygiene Program at the Bill Melinda Gates Foundation. Probably the most pressing challenge in addressing the sanitation needs in our developing cities uh, is the belief that there's really only one way to do it, which is wastewater treatment plants and sewer systems. That's the gold standard, and they're incredibly expensive to build, but even more importantly, to operate and to maintain, and they simply aren't working for most developing cities. So the challenge is getting people to realize we need to build another gold standard. One of the exciting things that's changing is simply across policy. You have India, China, South Africa, Bangladesh. All of these countries are elevating the importance of solving sanitation problems with a focus on urban environments that in the past, frankly, these issues have been ignored. Momentum is fantastic because that's driving a lot of attention and great new innovative ideas. So all of the work that my team does through our partners is focused on helping cities that really have limited financial and human capacity. So how can we change the economics, provide solutions that will be much more cost effective to deploy, or perhaps will generate new avenues of revenue so that there's reducing the amount of subsidies that are required to deliver sanitation in a sustainable way across the city. So, unfortunately, one of the biggest barriers in actually making progress in urban sanitation is it's the taboo. People don't want to talk about toilets. Governments don't talk about it. People in the civil sector don't tend to talk about it as much. So, frankly, just getting people to acknowledge that it's a very high priority problem that needs addressing is one of the key barriers that we have to overcome. One of the challenges that cities face is how do they attract both the financial capacity and the human capacity to solve these sanitation challenges in new ways. Um, that's why we're working with partners such as UNESCO, IHT, University in Delft, Netherlands, to build new online training courses that can be accessed from engineers around the world and to drive new curriculum so that civil engineers are trained not only on big wastewater treatment plants and how they operate, but also on how these distributed approaches to fecal sludge treatment also work. That kind of training is essential. Investments in urban sanitation, of course, deliver health returns. But what is now very well known is they also deliver amazing economic returns. So the world loses almost $260 billion in global GDP because of poor sanitation. A country like India will lose over 5% of their GDP, over $50 billion a year. So the focus on the economic benefits, the health benefits, the benefits to dignity and to quality of life all need to be applied by all sectors, civil sector, private sector, and public sector, to help make sure that addressing these sanitation challenges is really a top priority.